Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm so excited to be actually filming again. I feel like I haven't filmed in like over a week. Sorry that I have no makeup on my face again besides my eyebrows, but I promised you guys I would do an eyebrow tutorial because you guys have been literally requesting it. So many people on Instagram, everywhere. I've needed to do an updated like eyebrow routine because if you guys noticed in like every single tutorial my eyebrows are already done before because I think that it gets super repetitive and nobody really wants to keep seeing continuous like eyebrows. Like I feel like that's just, it's the same thing over and over and over again. I've gotten a ton of requests to do this video, so I thought why not just sit down, do my eyebrow tutorial, and then every time that we like kind of skip through it you guys can always reference back to this video if you guys are curious how I do my eyebrows, because I do get questions on them a lot, like what products I use, and obviously all Anastasia products are used in this video. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just love their brow products. I have not found anything that works better. I've tried tons. I've tried the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I've tried other powders and stuff, but the Anastasia products just seem to like take the cake for brows for me. That's just my own personal preference. You guys can use whatever you guys want to. Whatever works best for you guys, whatever works best for your hair color, eye color, all of that jazz. And so I will be out of town because I will be going to Fame Expo. I kind of wanted to let you guys know. So if you are from LA or if you guys are traveling to LA for Fame Expo, I will be there. So if you guys want to like stop by, say hi, if you guys see me around, definitely stop me, pictures, hugs, like obviously I'm game for it. I've never been to Fame Expo before, so this is going to be like taking my Fame Expo virginity a little bit, and I'm kind of excited. I'm going with two of my friends. That's going to be a really exciting experience. So before I ramble on too much longer and you guys have to stare at this no makeup face forever, let's jump into my eyebrow tutorial. It is a voiceover. I feel like I have not done a talk through in a really long time, so I'm gonna do like a get ready with me really soon. I feel like I want to chit chat talk with you guys. I have some things that I want to tell you guys. I'm not sure if I want to do like a question and answer video. If you guys do want to ask me some questions, whatever you guys want to ask, let me know in the comments down below, and I could just get some questions together and do a Q&A if that's something that you guys want to see, but obviously only if I have enough questions. I'm not going to answer like 3 questions in a video. Okay guys, so without further ado, if you guys want to see how I achieve my fierce, fleeky eyebrows, then just keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to be doing my eyebrow tutorial today, and we're taking the Anastasia Brow Definer, and I'm going to take the end with the spoolie, and I always like to make sure to comb my brow hairs in the direction that I want them to be. It just makes this a lot easier later on when we start filling them in. And then I'll just take a pair of tweezers. My eyebrows were kind of freshly waxed, but sometimes I'll take just a pair of tweezers and get some stray hairs just because I want my eyebrows to be super clean. And then we're going to be taking the Brow Definer, which has been my absolute favorite way to apply my brows. The only problem is I don't know really how to sharpen this super well. I've been trying to watch like Anastasia's Snapchat and she kind of shows us, but I'm just like so dumb and I can't figure it out. But I'm taking the flat end and I'm going to be carving out the bottom. I always start at the bottom of my brow and I make sure to draw kind of like, not a harsh line, but I always want the darkest portion of my brow to be at the bottom, just because that's my own preference. And then I'm going to take this LA Pro Conceal, I don't know why I said girl, LA Girl Cosmetics and their Pro Conceal, which I love. I just think that this is super easy for underneath my brow. A lot of people use these to like highlight and contour. I personally don't like them for that. I just think the shape of this makes it very easy to carve out the bottom of my brow. So I'll just apply a generous amount of concealer, and then I will take a concealer brush and I will go ahead and I will just inch it up and carve out my brows. So I don't apply the concealer right up to my brow. I kind of apply it like a little bit under it, so then I have the ability to move the product with the concealer brush and really sculpt out my brows. You guys don't have to do this. I just personally love a sculpted brow. I just think that they look, if I do my brows, they're sculpted. If I don't do my brows, there's nothing to them. It's either like go big or go home with me for brows. That's just kind of like my own preference. I don't really like waste my time with a natural brow just because my brows are already filled like in full as it is. Like when I go to do my brows, I want them to be a little bit dramatic. So then I start blending it down, and then I'll just take my finger and I will use my finger to blend out the concealer. Usually when I'm doing an eyeshadow look or when I'm doing any other look, I will apply a base, but we didn't need to today. And then I comb the brow hairs down, and then I start sculpting out the top. I just think that this is so easy. It gets all those hairs out of the way so you guys can figure out where that you need to apply the product. I think that this is one mistake I was not doing before. I wasn't combing down the hair because my hairs are very thick and they get in the way. They're very bushy. So combing them down kind of really gives me a shape of where I can apply the product, because sometimes it would be like not a straight line and it wouldn't be as sharp as I wanted it to. But now that I comb the hairs down, it does, and I absolutely love it. So I spend a little extra time on the tail. I really have liked a rounded brow. I used to do that stark, like, high arch, but I love a rounded brow. I just think it's more natural for me. And then I'll take this brow powder duo in dark brown, and I'm taking the light powder first, and I'm going to be applying this in the front portion of my brow. So I like to be kind of like an ombre, but not so much. It just looks a little bit more natural when it's kind of lighter in the front of the brow, and then as like halfway back is when I'll start using the darker powder. So right now I'm just filling in the front with powder, and then I will dip into the dark powder right now, and then I'm going to start applying this and dragging this back towards the end of my brow, and it kind of just makes the end a little bit more defined, but leaves that inner corner not super harsh, and it doesn't make your brows look too drawn on. That's kind of why I don't really like a super bold brow. I think it's just hard for me not to do a bold brow since my brows are so dark. It makes it a little bit harder for me. If you guys are having a trouble seeing, like, my next eyebrow that I do will be zoomed in, but you guys see the difference, what a bold sculpted brow looks like. And then now here's the little trick that everyone has said. So you want to make sure that your brows, the front portion of your brows, lines up with your inner portion of your, like, your nose, and then a little bit over the pupils where the highest point of the arch should be, and then your tail should match right up with the end of your eyelid. Mine match perfectly, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys. You guys have probably heard that from everyone. So I'm just taking the brow definer and just sculpting out the bottom. I am in the shade medium brown. I could probably go a step darker, but I don't want my brows to be too intense. I don't want them to look black, sharpied on. That's why I go with a little bit of a lighter color, but as you see, it works for me. It doesn't look bad at all, I don't think. That's just my personal opinion. So then I'm just taking the concealer, squeezing out a little bit, and I'm just going to drag this underneath my brow. I've been using this concealer for, I can't even tell you how long, way over a year and a half, and I haven't even finished this. So that just tells you how much, like, concealer goes a long way. And I spend a lot of time going underneath my brow because I really want to make sure that it's a sharp, straight, clean line. I don't want it to be bumpy. I want it to be symmetrical. So you guys don't have to be a perfectionist like me, but when I do my brows, I want to make sure that they're on fleek. Could you guys feel me? Like, brows are like key. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out with my finger again. Like I said before, we would originally apply a base when we're doing eyeshadow, but today we are not. We're just focusing strictly on the eyebrows. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here, comb the brow hairs down. As you see, it kind of leaves all of that space up there where I was missing filling in before. So if you guys don't do that, I definitely recommend trying it and just let me know how it works, because it has worked wonders for me. And then again, I like to really round out my brow. I just think the rounded brow works better for me. I feel like I was doing it way too, like, sharp and, like, jaggedy before, and now I love the rounded brow look. I just think that it is very flattering, and it just kind of complements my face shape. You guys obviously do whatever you guys want to do, but I think at one point, like, rounded brows, like, weren't a thing, and, like, now they're, like, all the rage. So I'm taking that powder and just using light strokes and applying this in the inner corner. I'm using the light side of the dark brown powder. And then as you guys see, I will start using the dark brown powder, the darker portion, like from here all the way to the end of the brow, as you guys see, just to kind of define my brow and give it that shape that it needs. But I don't want them to be sharpied on, because sometimes I feel like that looks a little bit intense. When I see girls with, like, black eyebrows, I just think, like, no, like, you don't want it to be, like, too much. So I'm obviously going in fixing things up because I'm a perfectionist. You guys know me. This is just what I do. And then we're taking my favorite eyebrow gel of all time, and this is the Anastasia brow gel. It's literally glue for your brows, and my brows will go absolutely nowhere. So guys, that's all that I have for this tutorial. I hope you guys learned something, and I'm looking forward to what you guys are seeing in the comments, or saying in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. Mwah.